Because this is your last chance to get Titania from the Prime Resurgence, let me show you why she's one of the best investments you can make in Warframe. You're not only going to learn how she takes advantage of one of the strongest interactions in the game, but you'll leave this video understanding how to play Titania. What makes her special, her 4th ability allows you to turn into a small little fairy, allowing you to fly through levels super fast. Also, she has her own pistols that you can mod that count as a gun and an ability, and this is where the magic can happen. While playing as Titania, often you want to hold your first ability. This will make it when you bump into walls, you don't get thrown around, along with giving yourself immunity to statuses. Because she's so small, enemies have a hard time hitting you. In your 4th ability, it's 50% evasion, but it gets better because her 2nd ability, you have to click it to cycle through the different 4 symbols. Thorns and dust help your survivability a lot. You get damage reductions by thorns, and with dust, you get negative 50% hit chance. Combining that with your evasion from being your little tiny fairy, which totals 75% chance the enemies are going to miss you. A lot of players decide to either use Nourish or Xata's Whisper over your 3rd ability. So here's some damage with Nourish. And now here is some damage with Xata's Whisper. The strong interaction I was talking about at the beginning of the video is pairing Xata's Whisper with Blast. It's just insane extra damage, and it creates a crazy chain reaction. When you defeat an enemy that has a blast stack, they'll have an AoE explosion. That AoE explosion will hit everybody with that blast, along with the Xata's Whisper void damage. Now they all have the Xata's Whisper bubble. Then it's just a chain event, crazy void, blast, pinball machine from there. And because her Dex Pixia is a weapon and an ability, as I stated, you could use Archon Continuity on Titania, and you can mod the Dex Pixia for Blast and Toxin, so that Toxin hit will also be corrosive. And all this can feed into more and more damage with Galvanized Shot, because you have all the different statuses on the Dex Pixia now, along with the extra status of void damage, which becomes like 840% extra damage or something. So right here's the build that I like to use on my Titania. This is good for like all types of content, all the way up to level cap. The 2 arcanes I have on Titania is Velocity for the fire rate, because I don't like to use her Razor Wing augment mod. It's way too fast for me. Use it if you want it. It's way more damage. Then I'm using Pistolier, just so as I hit those headshots, pretty much can just fire indefinitely. But if the evasion and damage reduction from Titania herself is not enough, using Brief Respite and Catalyzing Shields, just hold 1 when your shields break, get your shields back. This is how you can shield gate all the way to level cap. And here's the build I have on the Dex Pixia pistols. The arcane I'm going with is Innervate. Just because her crit chance on these is so low, we're using this to feed into our crits. For my Archon shards, I have a Top Forge yellow for maximum energy filled on spawn, another yellow for 75% effectiveness of energy orbs, and I have 3 Top Forge reds for the 15% ability strength each. As I mentioned in the previous video about Mesa, I also have the Furex on my Titania for that Amalgam Furex body count mod to give me even extra fire rate. Now, if you're seeing this video after she's already left the Prime Resurgence, that means she's now in the Prime Vault. You have to wait for her to return to a Resurgence in the future, or you can pick her up from another player on the Warframe market.